Hey there, and welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. I think this sounds wonderful, but of course, there are some people who oppose this, so we'll talk about it. Faculty unions oppose 3-year degrees as Massachusetts, Virginia, and Ohio push ahead. 3 years sounds better than 4 to me. And we'll talk about it in just a second. Quick reminder, though, anytime you hear a topic on the podcast discussed, there's an article right along with it with more resources and links and everything you could possibly want to know so you can dive deeper on every topic at thecollegeinvestor.com. You can also like and follow and click all the buttons on social media just by typing in the words The College Investor, and you'll find us. We'd love to help you wherever you are in your money journey. All right, here we go, faculty unions. The 2 largest faculty unions in the country are drawing a line against 3-year bachelor's degrees, just as more states move to make them real. The American Association of University Professors, AAUP, or AA-UP, maybe, and the American Federation of Teachers, AFT, or AFT, nobody says AFT, I just thought I would do that, issued a joint statement opposing accelerated degrees after Massachusetts approved its first pilot programs. The pushback lands the same week Virginia and Ohio announced a partnership to design their own shorter pathways. I love it. It follows a trend of over 60 colleges and university systems working on building 3-year degree programs. Why it matters. A bachelor's degree in the U.S. typically requires about 120 credit hours, a number with surprisingly arbitrary roots, actually. Let's just go back in time, shall we? The standard traces back to the Carnegie Unit, created in 1906 by the Carnegie Foundation, which tied college funding and faculty pensions to a fixed measure of seat time rather than actual learning. Within a few years, nearly every American college had adopted it, and the 120-credit 4-year degree became the default. In other words, it has nothing to do with science or psychology or sociology whatsoever, aka knowledge, and it just has everything to do with, I don't know, seems right. That history matters because the 4-year length was never sacred. In fact, the original liberal arts colleges, including Oxford and Cambridge, award most undergrad degrees in 3 years. 3! Much of Europe runs on a 3-year bachelor's degree. The American 4-year model is a convention we selected over 100 years ago. It's not a law of learning. The details. Massachusetts' Higher Education Board approved the state's first 3-year programs at 2 private schools. Merrimack College is piloting a 96-credit applied degrees in business administration, communications, criminal justice, and psychology. Suffolk University is testing a 94-credit applied program in healthcare administration and innovation. Virginia, working with Ohio, I love when we can get along, plans to build a blueprint for 90-credit degrees through an initiative called Scaling College in 3, led by Jobs for the Future. 10 Ohio universities are participating, including Ohio State, go Buckeyes, Cleveland State, and Ohio University. The groups aim to propose 2 programs, and by spring of 28, both states currently require at least 120 credit hours. Here's what they're saying. In a joint statement, the AA-UP President Todd Wolfson and AFT President Randy Weingarten called the approvals a threat, to academic integrity, arguing they substitute, quote, a stripped-down curriculum that prioritizes speed over essential intellectual development. For a full education. Come on, guys. They argued the cuts target the wrong problem. Quote, compressing or reducing the curriculum threatens to narrow students' education at precisely the moment when society needs graduates with stronger critical thinking, communication skills, scientific literacy, and civic understanding. End quote. Instead of shorter degrees, the unions want expanded Pell Grants, TRIO, T-R-I-O, TRIO, and other financial aid programs to bring down cost. Supporters counter that the math is hard to ignore. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey said in a statement, 3-year degrees will make it more affordable for students to graduate and get the skills they need to succeed in today's workforce. End quote. I know I'd used different accents and made it seem like I was taking sides. I don't know. I just use common sense. Whatever. Here's how this all connects. So the idea of a 3-year bachelor's degree is becoming more and more popular, which I think is a good thing. A March report from the American Association of Collegiate Registrars and Administrations Officers found at least 70 institutions offer 3-year degrees, or are at least weighing them, and the College Investor has tracked the count climbing towards 60 colleges actively pursuing them, including, get this, the California State University system, the nation's largest public system across all 22 campuses. Cutting a whole year can reduce total degree cost by roughly 25%, of course, because it's a quarter, which at a school charging $30,000 plus a year, in some instances like Syracuse, I'm looking at you, $95,000 a year, can mean $30,000 or more in direct savings, right? Continue to watch whether accreditors keep clearing programs and whether public flagships like Virginia and Ohio follow the private school pilots. The U.S. Department of Education has already counted 3-year degrees among its higher education victories, signaling federal momentum that the faculty unions will keep fighting. Oh, of course they will. But hopefully this all passes, because I think it'd be nice. Don't you? Let's get it done in less time. If you can graduate high school at 16, if you have all the credit, why can't you do college less time? Anyway, all right. But I digress. We can talk about this for a long time, but I won't. By the way, if you want to find this article, it's at thecollegeinvestor.com. Dive deeper on the topic. Take a look at the California State, how it approves their 3-year bachelor's degree programs on all 22 campuses. You can read that article and more. Again, it's thecollegeinvestor.com. Like, follow, hit all the buttons on social media. Search for The College Investor. We'd love to connect. Thanks so much for dropping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.